I listened to a quote that John Elway had where he says, I became great by being good over a long period of time. Yeah, I think that's how it went. End result is, man, you don't have to be perfect at what you do to get started at something. For me, an example of that is, man, I've had structure all my life. I've been in the military, structure. But before that, in my home, I had a lot of structure. My mom, my dad, they raised me, to clean my room. On Saturday morning, we did our chores, before I could watch cartoons and all. I mean, I grew up with structure. When I joined the police department, tons of structure. And so what ends up happening then is I retire, and now what am I going to do? I don't have structure anymore. I'm sitting here in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico, and I don't have structure. I can get up, I can lay in bed as long as I want. I can sit there and just go and sit out by the pool, which I'm not hating on them. That's awesome. But what I chose to do is come in here and work. I got to work in this gym because that battle is in my mind. That battle to be able to have the courage to go posting on YouTube, have the courage to be criticized for things that I say. I've never put myself out there before. I've always been taught to be able to keep that kind of stuff, to yourself. You've got to be careful with your public image when you're in uniform. Well, I'll tell you what, for me, I believe, and you know what? Well, I'll tell you that I believe that's cool, but here I am now out on my own. I can say whatever I want. I don't have rules and regulations as far as the department goes or in the military or even with my family. I can say and do what I want. And so to me, in that situation, it's new, and it's difficult. I'm not out of my shell yet, but here's what I wanted to share with you. I'm starting over. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm trying to figure out social media. And, hey, unfortunately, in order to get some of y'all's attention, I've got to be able to show you where I'm at. I got to be able to show that in the background to keep your interest. But for those that are here for the right reasons, I don't have to show you anything, man. I can show you a wall. So here's what I'll tell you. I'm in the process right now of figuring it out. I'm in the process of like putting in the work again in an environment that I'm not accustomed to, and that's where I'm going with. I don't have to be great at this to start with. I can be good and provide you some value, and I can provide you value every day. That's my goal, man. I got a segment that's going to be coming up. That's what I'm starting this with. I've taken video of my vacation. It's called Traveling with Trini. You know why? Because I do a lot of traveling. But while I'm traveling, I'm hoping to motivate you. For those of you back to the pictures. For those of you that say, "Damn, man, I got to save up. I got to save up for a while before I can afford to stay at," what the hell is this place called? Let me see from my beautiful assistant. Beautiful assistant. What's this place called?
Condado Vanderbilt.
Condado Vanderbilt. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. For those of you that say, "Hey, man, I'd have to save up quite a bit of money, and it would take me quite a bit of time to be able to take a vacation like that." Man, we did the Disney cruise, and we did this vacation, and we did it in, I want to say 5 days, 6 days, something like that. Here's why I'm telling you that. Because I'm nobody. There are people out there that do this all the time. I just happen to be in a position to be able to do it at the time that I did it. But man, I'm here for you. I'm back to this guy. I'm here for the guy who says, "You know what, man, I want that. How do I do it?" But you spend too much time sitting there preparing, trying to, I trust me, I sit there and I overthink it. It needs to be perfect. It needs to have an intro and outro and all that kind of stuff. Man, you don't need that. Just get out there and let's just get started. You're getting an opportunity in real time to be able to watch a guy who's trying to make something happen through this social media deal, trying to provide value to you, trying to share my experiences in my life, and hopefully they'll be able to help you. So today, for me, the goal is to get you to see that whatever it is that you want to do, to be able to afford, to be able to go on vacations in 5 days like this, whatever you want to do, man, just get started towards that goal. Don't sit and wait, man. Don't sit and ponder I think it's procrastination causes stagnation. It's my beautiful assistant at. Am I right? Is it procrastination? What is it that I used to do? Procrastination causes stagnation?
Yes.
See, I got it right. That's the problem, man. A lot of times you sit around and you wait. You sit around and you keep planning. So here's what I'll tell you. I put together, my business while I was a policeman, biotechs, crime and trauma scene cleaning. I put that together, and it took a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I had this vacation in mind when I was sitting in an office, not even being able to go to Whataburger, which again, like I told most of y'all, is the best burger in the world. You used to have to come to Texas to get it. Now you can get it, in other states. But man, I'll tell you, during that time, you would never think that I would be sitting here saying I'm going to do this. But here's the difference. I did something about it. I went out there and I made it happen. So get out there, even if it's just research, man. You don't have to go and actually apply back to this guy. Man, you don't. I'm telling you, from me to you, you do not have to go out there and buy a bunch of programs. You don't have to go out there and go to a bunch of seminars. You don't have to spend all that money in the beginning. It's as simple as jumping on YouTube. Look what you're doing now, man. You're learning now. It's as simple as jumping on YouTube and typing in that subject matter. What is it that you want? Well, go through the effort of figuring out, all right, the positives, the negatives, what's it going to cost to get into it? What's it going to cost if it doesn't work? What are the statistics of this working? Are there people out there that I believe that are sharing their story that this particular thing works, with biotechs? Man, I researched crime and trauma scene cleaning, and I realized, this is a niche type of industry. So, not going to have a lot of competition. I thought about it and I said, well, I don't think it's ever going to go out of style because, the people who are affected by these situations, man, they don't want to go and clean up after the loss of a loved one, or people who have a rental home. And, the people before them may have passed away. And I mean, that person owns that home, but he doesn't want to try to go clean it. So I said, it's never going to go out of style. It is covered by most insurances. All right. And you know what? Even if somebody doesn't have insurance, I'm going to do what I need to do as a person, which is what I've done all my life, community service. We're still going to help them. We're going to cover our costs. We're going to do what we need to do. There's got to be a profit made, or I can't employ people and I can't keep buying products. But it's not going to be the same, man. So we adjust, and we're good people, and that's the other thing I want to say is, for me at least, it matters how I make my money, not just how much money I make, but how I make my money. So being able to do the right thing is what allows me to have, all right, I'll give you my best saying, and this is my favorite one, is a good conscience makes for a soft pillow. Now, let me tell you something. I don't have the softest pillow because there's some things I got to handle still, that I got to make right. So my pillow's not as soft as I'd like it to be. But for the most part, I've lived my life, and me and my wife have lived our lives the right way. And so our pillow is pretty soft when we go to sleep at night. So remember, leaving you with this, you don't have to be great from the beginning. Just start. You don't even have to be good, man. I said that earlier. That's cool. John always said that. I'm telling you, just start. And I can get a bunch of thumbs downs. I can get a bunch of comments on here. I'm not doing this, again, for that person. I'm doing this for the person that can take a little bit of what I'm saying and apply it to their lives. And just, dude, if I help you, or gal, if I help you to open a book, if I help you to do some research on YouTube, if I help you to just talk to somebody, to get your dreams going, to be able to do things that you may not think you're capable of doing, then I did my job today. And that's what I'm doing in my retirement, man, trying to bring you value through my personal experiences. So Traveling with Trini is coming to you soon. I've got a Hawaii vacation, an Alaskan vacation I just took recently, and here I am in Puerto Rico. I'll be documenting all those things, so you can find out, hey, before I spend my money on a vacation, let me check out Traveling with Trini. Trini and make sure it's worth it. All right, man. Peace.